Hi guys, so this is the makeup tutorial for today. So what we'll be doing is a cut crease, well, sort of a cut crease, and I used my palette from Sasha Cosmetics. And which other palette? I think it's all I used. Yeah, that's all I used, my palette from Sasha Cosmetics. So I'm going to start by doing my brows. This is how I always do my brows, whichever color I want them to be. I don't know, I guess I start with the color that I want to be at the front. But pinks and purples work really well together. And how I get them to blend is I kind of feather over in one color into the other. So as you can see here, I'm using, what you call it now, I'm being very, like, I'm not pressing down on my skin as much. Like I'm like kind of barely touching when it comes to mixing the colors or blending the colors, so that they overlap on the overlap. It's a nice seamless transition. They don't see any line of demarcation or nothing like that. So yeah. Oh, and these pencils are from LA Girl. Yeah, LA Girl Cosmetics. So I'm using, sorry guys, I'm using my LA Girl Cosmetics LA Pro Conceal in Fawn. I bought this when I was in Florida because I can't find no fawn out here. You know, I go for buy fawn, I can't find a fawn. And even at the beauty supply store, only two were left of fawn. So I just picked up one. So I used to clean up under my brows. And then when I go in on top of my brows, I actually use my foundation. So this is in Perfect Bronze, and it is from Sasha Cosmetics. Sasha Cosmetics, oh my gosh, you guys. Anyway, this is a foundation. I love Sasha Cosmetics. This is a foundation, and that's how I apply it. I usually put on my skin, but I stopped because like I was annoyed with the cleanup, and sometimes it would get on my clothes. So because I'm not too careful, I may be an adult, but I'm not being very careful. So that's what I use. That's how I like get the product from the tube to my brush. I don't know what I'm explaining. I feel like it's self-explanatory, but I feel like you guys also live for my explanation, so I want to explain to you guys. So my biggest pet peeve when doing my brows is how thick, this is the same foundation I'm using all over my face, is like how thick I make my brows. Sometimes they're too thick and sometimes they're too thin. That's finding that right size is kind of weird. So I'm applying all over, and I'm using a rounded brush. This is from one of my brush lines. I think this is Classic Beauty, I think Trinity, the Trinity Connection, I think it is. But yeah, so that's going all over my face. And for my highlight, I'm using the same fawn again that I used to do my brows. I'm sorry for the lighting, you guys. I'll be getting my ring light soon, as you guys know. Well, if you don't know, I'm basically starting YouTube again. So I had given away a lot of my products that I use, a lot of my equipment rather, sorry, that I use, and products, because I gave away some makeup. But now that I'm in full swing, I have to, kind of re-up. So let it be clearer. So on my face, I use my Sasha Cosmetics powders again to just set everything. And then now I'm going in on my eyes with my LA Pro Primer in Nude. And that's going all over my eyes, and this just helps the color to pop. You can use white if you want to use white, or whatever base you want to use, but whichever base you use, make sure that you blend it out, because if you don't blend it out, then you're going to get creasing. So you see me here, right here, just blending out the primer so that I don't get any creasing. Zine. Now the palette that I'm going to be using is, I think it's like an underrated palette. Is it me? I don't even know the name of it. I just know that these colors these colors go really well together, and I love using them together. That's a palette I love. It's just little and cute, and it's just, oh gosh, I love this palette. I love how the colors work together. I love how, look at that, how pigmented it is. The yellow just comes right up, bro. Sometimes when I get palettes, sometimes the yellow isn't as vibrant. It's even like, it's just not as vibrant. So I'm saying here, I'm going to be using the green, then I'm going to be using the blue, and I'm using the same brush. So what I tend to do is just flip the brush around, use the other side of the brush, and then clean off the brush and use that same brush for the other color. So I just flip the brush around, then I'm going in with the green. Yeah, I haven't done a look like this in a very long time, but I wanted to use this palette, and I wanted to do a look that is not very, like traditional. You know what I mean? Like you don't really see this look every single day. So now I'm just adding the blue. You see, I don't know, like these colors, it just works. The blue is not too dark, it's not too light. It just works with these colors, man, and they flow effortlessly into each other. That's what I love about this palette. So for the line that I'm going to draw, I do not have a wing liner, like a black wing liner. So I'm gonna take my Anton Fashion, as we say in Jamaica. This is LA Pro Primer in black. I use the nude as the base for the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to be using the black. And I was gonna do like a cut crease, so I was like, you know what, let's just do like a wing. Yeah, and again, the hardest part is to getting the wing, this, to match on the other eye. I'm just kind of blending out right at the beginning there, so it looks as if like it's fading like into it rather than just boom, you know. See, it looks more cohesive. It looks like it makes sense. So now I'm using the same LA Pro Primer in black, and I'm using that as my eyeliner, which I always do. And now I'm just going to use the same brush I used to draw the line. I'm going to use that to kind of blend out underneath and to draw the extra line underneath, and I'm just pulling it. You see that? I'm just pulling to draw like a little lower wing. I didn't want to connect it. I probably shouldn't have, but I really didn't want to. I wanted there to be like a separation so that it's obvious that there are two lines. So again, I'm going in with nude, and that's the nude that I'm going to put right on my, see, putting it right, I call it my happy area. So I'm putting it right on the beginning of my eye, right, to add some more colors. Bam, the pink. I didn't like how the pink showed up. I should have probably kept the theme going and did the yellow, green, and blue. I feel like it would have looked better, but you know, I'm talking hindsight here, because I saw the pink. I was like, ooh, I want to use the pink. So yeah, so these lashes, mama, are the star of the show. These are from Elle Diva, and I have to give her a huge shout out. Please go ahead, look at that, glamour her lashes, please. And look at the packaging. Look at the packaging, bro. These lashes are big though. These lashes are like statement lashes. So if you don't want to do big lashes with this, you know, really low look, then that's completely up to you. But this is the finished look, you guys. Also on my lips, I'm wearing Elle from Guile Cosmetics. You guys, Guile was on my page like a whole heap of time a couple weeks ago. So that's where the lip is from. So yeah, I'm basically done, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you who are just subscribing, thank you. It's really nice to have you, and thanks for your support for the years, you guys. This is the finished look, you guys. Using Sasha Cosmetics and of course Elle Diva lashes.